When your time comes, don't postpone it. When others doubt it,
All right, welcome to another Art Talk. So today what I wanted to talk about was the importance of building the foundations of what it is that you're even wanting to get into. And by that I mean, do you want to be an artist? Is this something that you really want to do? But now you say to yourself, I do, but I don't know what I want to be. I don't know how the work that I'm doing is going to really benefit me, because I'm not sure that I want to be an illustrator, a comic book artist, a designer, an animator, whatever it may be. You don't know. And sometimes you get held back, or you get frustrated. You get held in that place just thinking, well, because I don't know what I want to be. I don't know what I should study, and therefore I'm going to maybe even procrastinate a bit. So some of that can sneak in there. And what I want to say is the most important thing you can do, and I went through it myself from not having an ability to really draw when I was younger, just having the passion for wanting to do it. But you have to allow yourself to just learn. You want to learn. Take in whatever sort of information, whether it's figure drawing, whether it's just you struggle drawing hands. Let me practice drawing hands. You know what? I struggle drawing the caricatures. I struggle drawing the face. It's all within the same umbrella. It all fits within the same sort of drawing aspect. But those are core ingredients that are going to help you when all of a sudden, when that thing does click and you go, oh, I know what I want to be now. I know what I want to use my art for. Otherwise, that calling is going to come where someone's going to come up to you, present themselves to you and say, listen, we're working on a children's illustrated book, or we need this design for this company. Are you able to do it? And they can clearly see it in your portfolio that you have some versatility and variety, but now you're ready to do it instead of, oh my God, I got to do a children's book and I got to just get some action and movement in there, but I've never done life drawing. All those years, oh my gosh, I never did life drawing. Oh my gosh, I wasn't observing people in my sketchbook all those years. How do I make someone look like they're sad? How do I make someone look like they're angry? These are all the things that if you're not just doing that and building up your arsenal for the future, then it's going to become a lot tougher. And I've seen that. I've even seen it with storyboard artists where all of a sudden that person decides, that's it. I decided I want to be a storyboard artist. And now they've gone to school, they've done all this other stuff. But all this time, they weren't just necessarily studying gesture. They weren't drawing from life as much. They weren't doing these things. And now their storyboards become very weak and they're missing out on things. They weren't observing all those years. They weren't observing commercials. They weren't observing movies, TV shows, when they look at actors and expressions and just story and just try to take things in, to when you're at a restaurant and that person walks in and they just look so interesting to you and you really take note and you observe that person. That's all the stuff you got to do now. You just start doing that. So you're preparing yourself for the future when it comes, when you decide, you know what, I want to move my art into this level. This is kind of what I want to be in my life. This is what I want to do in my life. And you can answer that call, because there's the only other way is if you don't do that, then that's where I personally think the suffrage within your own soul as an artist is going to start to come from. That's where it's going to just start to seep out, and you're going to start to feel that frustration. You're going to start to feel like you wasted time. You're going to feel like you didn't get the right direction, or were given the right direction by someone that you may have met, maybe a teacher, maybe a relative, that they led you astray in the wrong way because they didn't know either a lot of the times. And this is why it's up to you to determine and say, this is it, man. I am ready. I'm ready to draw. This is something that I just kind of want to do, and I don't know what I want to be, but just get the foundations. Start just to build that. It's the fundamentals. It's learning the construction. It's learning how to caricature. It's learning how to draw a human head. It's learning the basic muscles of the face. It's learning how the human body works, just proportions. It's about learning. It's learning about acting. It's learning about just getting some emotion. These are the things that you're learning just to draw. Again, not that you need to spend a day just drawing one hand. You know, that's just to render a hand and be like, oh, look, I rendered one hand. It means drawing hundreds and thousands of hands, just lots of hands, just doing exercise of hand pages. It means drawing exercise of faces, of facial expressions. It means all these things and above, but that's what one has to do. So my recommendation to you is, if you're unsure of what it is you truly want to move into, or you do know, but you just know that you're lacking the skill set, oftentimes it's that all the other stuff that I just mentioned, those basics that are missing, that you just need to start improving upon a lot more and working harder towards to attain, setting that schedule for yourself, making a commitment. You can do it in short bites, short bursts. You don't need to be doing it for 8 hours every single day. It's just try to take it in, and that's going to be what's going to move you forward. All right, that's it. Make it a great week, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Take care.
Time comes, don't postpone it. When others doubt it out, you don't condone it. Truth be told, yourself is your toughest opponent.